How do you think I'm different from the rest of the advisors out there, financial reps out there? And they always came back with this word empathy. Justin, you can somehow, when I talk to you, I feel that you can empathize and understand my situation. And this is what it goes back to at the start of this workshop. Put yourself in other people's shoes. And this is consistently, I see some of the biggest mistakes that financial reps can make. Why? Because we feel that if you are earning only 100,000, can I open 200K cases for CEO? You probably, sometimes they feel scared. Because imagine you earn 100K or even 50,000, the starting rookies, right? You earn 50, 30K. Then you open a case that is bigger than what you earn, right? It's actually very scary. And you always think that, wow, no lah, it's a lot of money. Please be mindful. The a lot of money, right, is relative to you, not to them. They have a lot of money. A lot of money means that they have, it means that they have so much resources in a way that they have not optimized yet. So when I say a lot of money, it can be 100, 200,000, they can be earning 500,000, 2 million, whatever. And you just have to find the right opportunity to explore and find out the bigger problems for them. And when you solve big problems, complex problems, that's when the bigger cases come in. Find the higher purpose of discussion. So when we talk about higher purpose of discussion, right, they are never interested in what plans you have to sell. They're only interested in one thing. How can you help me? How can you help me and my family members? Go along that. And you realize that actually, when you start serving this group of clients, actually you have it easier. And honestly, with respect to all types of client base, I feel that working with them significantly is easier for me. Why? Because it worked and we were aligned. Your time crunch, good. I'm also someone very direct. I don't like to beat around bush, like we just go straight to the point and I'm able to deliver. But if you want me to sit down there at your house 5 hours, I have some friends who tell me they would sit at their client's place, they can talk 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. I cannot. I cannot. I don't have the capacity to do it at that level. And somehow this profile of people actually matches because yeah, let's get straight to the point. How can I help? And what's your problem? And then let's go back to the bigger problem, higher purpose. You want to leave money for a family? You want to do wealth protection? You want to leave, you want to be fair to all your 4 children, 5 children, whatever. Be their guiding point. Be someone that they can trust, that whatever you say, they know that and they can trust for a bottle of help that whatever you say is actually meant in their best interest. And this kind of thing is not like I always tell you, oh, actually, Joey, I want to work in your best interest. This kind of thing you say, the more you say, the more people find that, very weird 对吗? Like in Chinese, you say 此地无银三百两 means 对吗? I very hard to explain. 就是 like the more you try to say something, the more it seems like you're not.
More you
And
tie your attention.
yes.
So obviously, yeah, I want your money.
Correct, yes.
You show it the other way around.
I show it, yeah. And I've never wanted them to buy plan from the start. I mean, you do buy plan today, no need, you go back and think. The longer you take to think, the bigger the case, the bigger the problem. So you must always work in to align that two expectations. We want their business, but you must also help yourself to be in the positive light of them. So this was another example. This happened last week at our company final sprint, and it was really unplanned. I have no idea. So the lady in the middle, her name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ho. She is the CEO of BlackRock. All of us sell funds, right? BlackRock, familiar, right? And that's my famous boss. I must highlight, okay? Every time I must say I thank him. If not, 他觉得我没有 must no gratitude. No, that's my famous boss, Jaden, who recruited me. So that's our company CEO, but regional CEO, I think. Yeah, at this moment. So we took this photo, and it was requested by Miss Ho, Miss Deborah. She was one of the panelists for final sprint that day, and they spoke about the new funds that's coming up. And I never expected when she was a panel, she told she she told I think how many 2,000, 3,000 people at Final Sprint, right? I was like really oh, just good job to Jaslyn. She's my financial consultant. Wow, I was like, I was like sliding down. I never expected. It was not planned. It was never planned because I respect their confidentiality. Imagine I do that the other way around. She never say, I say. I tell you, I'll be blacklisted. So I told her I'm very thankful for shouting out. She shouted out twice. So why I'm saying that is because it's important. It's important that they must always give you the explicit consent, then you post. That's why in some of you may read my LinkedIn stories, right? Unless I have your explicit consent, otherwise, even if testimonial is always disguised. Because you don't want at any point for them to feel that you're taking them for granted. It's important. It's about long-term relationship. So now, staying top of mind. Am I on time? Okay, 3 o'clock. Second icebreaker. Let's do this. 2 truths, 1 lie. There are 3 statements that I'm going to show later. One of them is a lie. So see who can identify. And I can actually, I have a big deals book at behind which I can take it as a gift away, but must be the fastest hand, okay? Those who follow me will probably know lah. I used to be a global HR director. Okay, y'all own self read. I don't want to distract y'all. First person who answers correctly and identify the lie, I will then. Yeah, raise your hand lah. Second one, Alvin, Kelvin. Victor. Okay. Sorry, okay. Yeah, Victor got the answer correctly. I never. Yeah, first year I did only MDRT. Victor, we met in a course, right? Yeah. Chris Chan course. Okay. So okay, later I'll pass you the book. And now maybe let me get Victor to be quite on the spot lah. How do you know this? Sex effect. I told did I say? Really? I gave out the answer. No, because they say 8 times every day, 5 COT. Oh, you all work backwards. Yeah, you should. Okay, then later I change the question. Then you only have 2 months the first year. That's the reason why. Okay. Thank you, Victor. Thank you. Leeway, yes. So why I want to say that is because one thing is about staying top of mind. Is the thing about us is that we want to be memorable. Because whatever we say today to a prospect, to a client, if you are not memorable, people walk away from. If whatever I say don't make sense, I'm not memorable, you'll walk away thinking that you wasted 2 hours of your precious time. So the key thing is, how do we be memorable and always be the top of mind of every single person that you talk to? That itself is a skill. It's something that you always have to understand, you need to master. I know some of us, we are very shy. And to be honest, I'm an introvert. People always think that I'm an extrovert. I'm not. I'm just functionally able to present. But in my deep self, I'm a very introvert person. I don't mind eating lunch on my own. I always with my sister. So the thing is, how to be top of mind when you need to. It is about being very strategically intentional. And when I say intentional, it doesn't mean in a bad way. Because today, I'm in corporate. I need to be intentionally visible to get myself promoted. I need to be intentional to tell my boss, actually, 老板, I've been working, past midnight every single night for the last 3 months to get the project. If I never say, you think your boss would know? They would never know. So you need to put yourself in the shoes of your prospect. How do you flip it the other side? How do you make yourself so memorable and keep making sure you are top of mind? And this is a topic that I would like to talk about later. And hey, y'all, who watched this drama? A Better Life, 美丽的人生, right? 美好的人生, sorry. 蛮好人生, sorry. You know why? Because this one I watched it in May. I've been on other dramas, so I forgot already. Okay, for those who have not watched this before, in a nutshell, this one is the TOT agent talking to her kakia, her brother, so called the new rookie. You can play.
我问你啊，
No sound. Sorry. No sound. How? Huh? Oh, okay. Was it? Sorry，等一下送你一本书。
对，我看起来你有2本就送我1本，1本就算了，给他。
不会，
我看爸爸有 on
有吗
on Zoom，
野蛮的吧。
？They can hear.
I can hear Zoom can hear.
Someone can hear 啊，but here cannot hear is it？
我问你啊，
有啊，sorry，
你觉得一个保险经纪
可以了，
它的核心竞争力是什么？
我早就跟你说过了呀，专业能力。
是也不是。
到底想说什么啊？
我胡曼黎在这个行业干了20年，干得还不错。我靠的不是这些有的没的，而是我愿意坐下来，深入客户的生活，去了解他们的烦恼矛盾，再用保险的方式去帮他们解决问题。
Sorry to non-speaking audience, do you understand? If not, okay, can we have some kind-hearted people to explain to him? Come, Jifeng. So that I can drink water.
The lady what is the key differentiating factor of a successful financial consultant? So coming from 20 years of experience, so the rookie answered professionalism competence. So the TOT agent was saying that from her 20 yes, the answer is yes and no. From her 20 years of experience, right, her answer is at the end of the day, what makes the difference is her willingness to sit down in front of the prospect, understand the family, understand the complexity, and solve the problems using insurance.
Wow, thank you, Chufeng. I probably cannot say so much. I probably say, go and watch it yourself. Oh, by the way, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is, for those who have not watched it, I would highly suggest at your convenience, go and watch it. It's on Netflix because it tells many situations where we have all been there, done that before. Times that, integrity is key. Times that clients were not looking for a product, but just simple solutions. And if you're willing to sit down, probe deeper, right, you realize that our industry is not about selling. It's not sell. It's not sell. It's actually this word, which is what other jobs do also. So we always think we are selling, right? Actually, we are just solving problems. We only solve people's problem. And solving people problem based on our knowledge and competency and things that we know that can help them. And I leave this with you because once you are able to jump yourself out from here to here, and in fact, not just solve, but serve. This I learned it from the global MDRT first vice president, John Nichols. He came to our company yesterday. We had a MDRT day. He talked about serving. If you are able to jump from here to here to here, right, I can tell you, your clients will trust you, they'll love you, and they will not trust and love you, but they will always feel that you are someone that I want to work with, regardless what company you represent, regardless what products you have. And I always see our industry as, for example, all of you, I will ask the ladies, even the men who have very nice cut hair, right? We always have our preferred hairdresser. So your hairdresser is from, let's say, Kimage. Your hairdresser now, today, jump ship to Jean Eat, for example. You'll follow You go back to Kimage, or you go to find your hairdresser in that particular company, Kimage. Hairdresser, right? Why? Imagine even our hair, we treat it so precious. I also cannot let other people anyhow cut my hair. Then can you imagine a CXO financial planning? How can I anyhow suka go and find people? And when you suka go and find people, and why I say I love them is because they never like to meet one person after another. I tried. They don't have the time. It's not just about time. It is also about confidentiality. Can you imagine I tell my story, my net worth to every agent I meet? No, cannot. That's why I love to serve them. Because once they find that you are suitable, you have the competency, you have the knowledge, you have the skill sets, you have the value, they will never want to switch agent. And you stick to them. And their children, we want them to stick to us as well. So we move on to the next strategic positioning. I come back to these 3 points. Who are you? In my first few months, even before I joined the industry, I had a 3 months notice period. I remember I was serving notice for 3 months. And I asked myself who I am. How can I value add others when there's about 20,000 agents out there, bankers included? How can I differentiate myself? And to me, I realized that the biggest skill set I have, right, is really be authentic. Authenticity, right, beats anything. So I sat down, I remember before I joined the industry, there were many nights I lost sleep because I really don't know, can I make back that amount that I used to earn? And this will always be a question that we will never be able to answer until we join, until we know what we are up to. There's a lot of mental reset and reframing behind that process. So I asked myself, what? So I did like my strengths, I remember I did SWOT analysis, like the as like that lah. So I told myself, okay, my strengths. I sat down. And this exercise that I hope all of you will perform also, because if you want to truly find your differentiator, you got to leverage and emphasize on this part, our strength. So I told myself, okay, what's my strength? I realized that I can, what Chu Fong said, from complex, right, jargon, I can actually say in very simple manner, simple words. I can synthesize the information very quickly. 200 pages of product illustration, never mind. I see how I can synthesize to 1 page. How I can, within 5 minutes, what my agent took many hours to answer, to sell me one product, how I can synthesize and say in 5 minutes. To me, the essence is short and sweet. Yet, you are precise. Yet, if people were to zoom in into the details, especially CXOs, they ask you details, right? You are able to answer. So I asked myself, okay, if I can check this off, then what's my weakness? What's the opportunity strength? So all these things, do this for yourself. It's important. Because if you don't even understand your own strength, right, how do you expect other people to trust you? I don't even know who I am as a person, what I am good at. And I realized that writing back then, my writing was okay lah. Back then, there was no chat GPT, So don't ask me who writes my article. Like sometimes, Jason, you use chat GPT. I said, hello. 8 years ago, there was no chat GPT. So everything was I write on my own. So I realized that LinkedIn was what we call my blue ocean. So blue ocean means that it's an untapped potential. It meant that there was a platform that I can go in without facing much competition. So in my earlier years, I wrote posts, I wrote articles, even until today. So of course, now with the advent of AI and all that, we have more and more people writing. So that kind of took away my differentiator. So again, you have to go back to basics, go back to my drawing board. How can I differentiate myself? That's when I realized, okay, other than writing, maybe I can speak. Maybe I'm very thick-skinned, very thick-skinned. There are so many times when I did my presentation for MDRT, right, I fell down, you know. I fell down on stage. Then people laugh. I said, oh, hello, it's okay. Then pick myself up. So I'm a very thick-skinned person. To find your blue ocean is important. If you don't do this reflective, evaluative exercise for yourself, right, it's very hard for other people to help you. It's very hard for your ALs or leaders to help you. Because your leaders will never know your strength. Your leader will never know that, hey, actually, you are not afraid of the camera, you can do TikTok. Actually, you can sing. Actually, you can do content creation. So there's a lot of talents that you got to dig so deep inside to help you harness on that. And I'm a person who don't like to focus on weaknesses. Instead, amplify your strength. Once you know your strength, you will be able to differentiate yourself from the rest. The positioning is important. Who are you? So I realized that, okay, I can study, I can synthesize information quickly. And that's when, after I met the CEO, you know, I served that market, I realized actually it's not that daunting. Actually, it's just replicate my skill set that I had in corporate days where we had closed door discussion. Jaslyn, tell me why you recommend this. You know, there's very intense pressure when you are serving at that level. You have in the boardroom, people challenging you and your proposition, and you got to justify why and how using stats and figures. Back then, let me explain. I was a compensation and benefits director. So compensation and benefits, if you all have worked before, you all will know in different jobs, there's different job titles, different job ranks, different salary scale, different salary structure, whether to promote this person or promote that person. Should I say yes or no? When this person takes on expanded job scope, can I give an increment, and give the increment is 10%, 12%, or 15%? If I don't give, this person will go. So many strategic decisions behind the scene. And that was what I was used to. Intense pressure. And you cannot go and tell your CXO or the people in the boardroom, right? Oh, I tell you a story. You think people can tell you a story? I tell you the straight away. 3 minutes. What's your problem? 3 recommendation. And what is your 3 solution? What is your recommendation? You're on the spot, under the spotlight every single time. So I realized I thrive under pressure. I'm someone who is like that. And I realized that this is going into the CXO market is something that I can do. How do you differentiate yourself? Again, this is an exercise that I recommend all of you to do. Expound on your strength. Don't need to say, hey, Justin, you know, I'm not good at LinkedIn. Should I go and write? The question is, I will ask back, why do you want to go on LinkedIn? What's your target market? The target market is in Facebook, right? For example, then you go Facebook lah. The target market, I've like Chinese native FC. Hey, Justin, 我要去 LinkedIn 吗？我说你的人在 LinkedIn 咩？不在 right？在 WeChat 对吗？那 then you go WeChat. Focus on that strength. Never lose that connection with your customers and where they are from. Go back to your fundamental origins of where you are best at. That group of people. Effective social media. I've talked some part about social media and just like to share. In order to be top of mind for me, I'm sharing from my own personal experience, I realized being someone so occupied, I have different competing demands. This morning, I was sharing with my company leadership event. You know, as ALs, right? As AL, I'm wearing an AL hat. And then I do TOT every year, which effectively is a full financial consultant job. And then I'm a single mother of 2 kids. So you're doing so many things at one go. So I asked myself, how can I still stay relevant to my clients and still let them see me without having to meet them? So I did a lot of deep work together with my coach, Benjamin Low, he's my coach, strategic coach. So I must credit him for that because he always helped me go behind the scene and think deeper and deeper. Because if not, every day we are firefighting. Agents like us, we are always firefighting. After this workshop, you start answering your client's mail, then admin, then recruitment, all these things. You never ever have time to really think about your strategy. So think about that. So for me, we determined that social media was one good way for me to have very minimal effort. When I say minimal effort means that if I write an LinkedIn post and assuming my customers are there, don't need to be 100%. Not all customers appear at the same platform. If I spend 20, 30 minutes a day to write a LinkedIn post, who can see? Maybe 50% of my clients, maybe. With the same content, can I repurpose into Instagram? Can I repurpose into Facebook, for example? I'm not on TikTok. I'm not a TikTok person also. So when that happens, right, a lot of people have issues with posting regularly. It's about consistency. I don't have time, but now all of you should be able to do it with ChatGPT. So easy, right? But I would always say don't lose the personality. Don't lose your own personality and authenticity. Write in a way that people genuinely still feel it's you lah. Okay? So that's one. Determine the frequency. If you want, and this doesn't mean you are just appearing on LinkedIn, choose the platform. So this applies to the platform that your customer base are in and your potential prospects are in. Do this. And I realized that there's this thing I realized over so many years. You know, where we stay, Jaslyn, today today I'm good mood. The emotions come in. Good mood. Then I can do more work. Then another day, I wake up today, sian. My client just cancelled. CFI my plan. This one, my boss yesterday chased me for production. Today, bad mood. Then this one is the negative emotion. So today, I don't want to work. I stay at home. You know what has happened in the process? This one has been is the biggest determinant of your work ethics. It became the driving force instead of this word purpose. There's this saying, either you run the day or the day runs you. This example, the day runs you. Once you wake up, sian, my hair very messy today. I don't meet customers, sian. You know, we have FCs like that one. Very mood driven one. Today good. Then suddenly, wow, I'm not feeling well. I think I headache, tension headache. No, not say they're faking. But it's driven by mood. But today, when you have a system, when you have a habit, right? When you consistently have this habit to do something, oh, sorry, I actually have the habit to do something, make it into a system. And it becomes, from habit, when it becomes a system, do you know how powerful? It overrides all your emotion. You happy or not, you also work. Correct. And how I realized this is very simple. I was from corporate and I was corporate before. You think your boss care today, you're not happy? Well, you better come in. Later you have a big project, you're supposed to be the one presenting. And if the board asks questions, you are the one to be responsible and answer the questions. They will not care whether you're happy or not happy. So treat this profession as a job, not as a job, sorry, as a profession where you want to be respected. You need to be accountable. And today you are not just a FC. We are actually the CEO of our own life. You want to close
我
CEO,
问你
right?
啊，
Sorry. You want to close CEO, you must be a CEO. Big picture, we think strategic, we have big vision, we have a big purpose. Not because today I don't want to work, I don't want to work. It has to go beyond that. Consistency. And this consistency doesn't mean in LinkedIn as well. I use this LinkedIn as an example because that's what I do. Be consistent enough that you are consistently top of mind of your clients. And one of the litmus tests that I use usually is when I meet someone online from, let's say, LinkedIn. When we meet, the litmus test is if my social media strategy is on the right track. The person should say, hey, hi, Jaslyn, nice to meet you. I finally see you in person. Correct. Well, you look the same or you don't look the same, I don't know. That's why I asked whether you're here to see me, whether I look the same. Number two, wow, I like what you've been doing. I read some of your postings, da 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 da. Third, uh, you didn't introduce yourself. 3 points. If the person says that, I know the deal is closed. Unless I messed up in the process of financial planning, unless I make big mistakes. And why would I say that? The fact that this CXO spends time, allocate that time, precious 30 minutes to meet me, or even when we meet, right, maybe it's an hour, to meet me, right, the person is in to buy something one. Unless I make the person so angry, I say the wrong thing, then I can backtrack. Okay, maybe the sales process, I said something wrong. But in terms of this, back to this topic, if the person is able, the CXO is able to say these 3 points, right? I know for sure, almost closing one. Unless something big, I messed up the process or something big has happened in the family, they need to take a rain check on the process. Otherwise, should be very easy. And that's what we want to achieve. Don't we want, as financial reps, right, that when we go out to meet customers, they will never say, wow, Jaslyn, company A hospital plan versus your company P hospital plan, the pre and post. Oh, my God. When they start comparing, right, I know the trust is not built yet because they're still focusing on the product. What we want is to jump over and above the product, make them buy us as a person. So coming to this point, authenticity, and someone asked me before, hey, Justin, hey, you are so-called high profile, you post yourself, what you do every day, then are you overexposing? It's always a valid question. I have my son. Some people say they see my son outside, they will recognize him first rather than see me, right? So that's the thing. There has to be a right balance. Each of you have your own discretion, how much you want to share. And when I was HR, I never posted myself on. You know why? Because sometimes we MC, right? You go and secretly watch movie. Got fever, still can watch movie. You don't want to get caught, right? Yes. But today, I ask myself as a financial consultant coming out from HR, nobody knows me. If I don't put myself out there, how would people know whether I'm still in the market or not? Until I think first 2 years of my financial industry in this practice, right? I still had HR people ask me, you want to come back to HR? Well, that's when I realized cannot. That means I've not proven enough online to tell you that that I'm not coming back. So the thing is, to what extent you want to show yourself? It's really your own benchmark. I can never determine that for you. But for me, I had to tell people that, hey, look, I'm still in the industry. And when we are mid-career switch, right? There are certain people that you think they will buy from you, but they will not. Why is that so? Because in their heart, I don't know how long you can last. I don't want to be the guinea pig. I don't want to give you my family portfolio in the end, or my portfolio in the end, I become orphan client because you don't make it. So I had to overcome all this objection through another strategic way by telling you that I don't need to tell you I make it. I have to show you. And I make sure I appear in front of you every single day. So the next litmus test is the fourth thing they will tell me, Justin, I no matter what platform I open, I sure see you. Facebook, I see you. Instagram, I see you. IG, I see you. IG, I see you. LinkedIn, I see you. There's a lot of effort. You all may laugh. You all may think like, oh, right. Actually, there's so much effort behind the scene. Being intentionally visible. And we have to have that brand and presence. For CXOs, they really don't have time to keep researching and find the right person to work with. Probably the first thing they will ask PA, can you check this person valid? And most of the time, to be honest, the CXO clients came online or referral. Even if it's referral, the person won't know me. For example, Eddie refer Kevin. Kevin won't know me what. But what will Kevin do if you are a CEO? You probably go online and check this person legit or not. Has the person done valid work in the industry? And the person must find me. You must be able to find me online. So the trust multiplier. To build trust, one of the biggest way to build trust is to break the ice. Break the ice meaning when things happen, they must be able to know that you are still saying the truth. They must be able at different scenarios where they see you or hear from other people about you is consistent. The CXO operates this way. So when, let's say, Eddie refers Kevin, right, to me, the first thing Kevin is, it's can or not. This person can be trusted or not. Because this person, Kevin hasn't met me before. Then you will have to help. You have to help me to, oh, Jason is blah, 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 is good, etc. So the trust is actually what people actually forgot when we talk about trust or referrals, right? And CXOs, they operate in the inner circle one. It's always borrowed trust. Actually, when Eddie recommends Kevin to me, right, I'm borrowing Eddie's trust. So I will always, when let's say Eddie texts me, hey, Justin, my friend Kevin is actually is looking for help in financial planning. Then when that happens, you will give me his contact. Then I think you can reach out to him. Kevin is expecting a call. So I usually, number one rule, I don't call them. I'll never call CXO unless it's emergency. Emergency means your shield plan lapse. Really, I text you 10 times, you don't reply, right? I'm scared. I'm very scared. Later, agency, why you never remind me? I have to call. Otherwise, I really don't call because you must imagine they're always in meetings. If you call, right, they find it very intrusive. Like, why Justin calling me? So when I text him, I'll say, hey, hi, Kevin, I'm Justin. Kindly allow me to introduce myself. I'm Justin Ng, Eddie's financial consultant. And he understand from Eddie that you're looking for certain help. You're looking for some help. Then you reply. What I'll do, I'll screenshot that conversation, send it back to Eddie. Firstly, to tell him, Eddie, I'll tell you, thanks for the referral. I close the loop. So that you know. Because, when you tell me something, I never tell you back, right? There's no update. Then you have no idea Justin done it or not. And it's always that borrowed trust. I need to make sure that you consistently trust me enough that Justin will close the loop and do a good job. So I'll say, okay, Eddie, we have fixed a meeting. Thank you for a referral. From then on, I will also reassure Kevin, I know you and Eddie are best friends, good friends. Don't worry, whatever conversation happens between you and me, Eddie will never know. And you'll never know what Eddie bought, unless you all talk. If not, I will never say. So why I insist to do that? Sometimes it's like, why do we have to do that? It's actually explicitly telling you. And we saw the trust factor from there. So that you know at every point, no matter when, then you will start to realize, hey, Jessie is very consistent. I deliver what I say. If I cannot do it, I won't tell you I'll do it. Customer service, build trust with small, simple acts. Hold space. Mr. Eng Piao, very famous. Please attend high network calls and FCHFP. I changed the slide last minute for this photo. Okay, please go for the courses. It will enable you to be taking this space and be the lecturer also. So don't judge. Okay, this one is very important. Hold the space for them to talk freely. For CXOs, right, you must remember they are so busy. They hardly have space to even breathe. Breathe as in, they are in back-to-back meetings. Then their PA are chasing them. Hey, boss, cannot already. This meeting must end. Wrap up. You have to jump into the next meeting. Sometimes they don't even have toilet break. So one of the simplest way to tell them that I really care is before we go into the meeting, let's say if it's Zoom, I always say, hey, Sam, I know, thanks for being on time. I respect your time. Do you want to go for a toilet break first? Give them a break. Hey, no need, Jason, it's okay. I took a break. I said, you sure? Okay. Because I want to give you a mental space to unwind. because I'm not your employee. You don't need to feel that you're obligated to be constantly, at the sometimes CEO, they feel that they need to know everything. They feel that everybody's coming to them for problems. Actually, it's very tiring one. Really, they have very, very exhausting jobs. So I'll tell them, okay, now Samuel, I know 5 o'clock is our meeting. We are starting on time. Can I know how much time do you have? I always try to start with this. How much time do you have? Hey Justin, don't worry, my PA set me until 6 p.m. I said, okay, that's good. We'll end about 5:45 or 5:50 so that you have 10 minutes to do your own. You can go and take take a water break, chill before you jump into the next meeting. Is it sales? No. It's just putting ourselves in their shoes to tell them that I really care in a way. And you realize that these are little acts, right? When I talk to my CXO clients more, they realize they appreciate one. And they will never be able to tell me exactly what I did. But you know that feeling, I know, Justin, you care. So little things, simple, easy. You don't even have to sell something. Just make sure that you treat them like a normal human being. Where you need the time and space, let them go toilet lah. Very poor thing one. Sometimes they don't even have lunch. Proactively listen to them. I had a CXO who even have relationship problems. So I once met a CXO, came with his wife, bought plans. Few months later, asked me for another dinner. Hey, I'm bringing my friend. Okay. Then turned out to be a very close friend. 明白吗? Okay, 不明白. Close friend close friend, my better half So you have to be a bit, how to say? Diplomatical, professional. Okay lah, professional lah, professional. You'll be like wondering, these two, the body behavior a bit not quite right, like not say not quite right, a bit too close, So I ended up serving them. Morally, is it right? Okay, I don't want to comment, but I would say as a financial consultant, this is our job. And he trusts me enough that I will never tell the missus. And also have to protect my rice bowl, correct? So same thing. Eventually, every time he has problem with, he has nobody to tell. Correct or not? Think about it. Then you call me, say, okay, let's talk. Okay, I must say not all CXO are like that. Disclaimer, not all CXOs are like that, but they also need to have that outlet and respect that. Don't judge. Proactively listen, ask the right questions. And this one is one of the biggest mistakes that financial reps often make. When I tell you something, we often, even when it's normal conversation, I think because we are problem solver, every time you tell a problem, I think I want to solve for you. But actually the key thing is they just want a listener. They just want a listening ear. You think CXO don't know what to do? They confirm know what to do. They just need another outlet to talk, right? Be curious and always value add. So just now what I shared was an example. Not all are like that. You must be diplomatic, you must be professional, but always think of ways how you can value add them. Then someone talk about, serving this group of clients, give us the credentials, be the expert, and attract more opportunities. It's true. And I always feel that whatever events, all these things, right, agency event, etc., if I do not showcase, of course, we are not going to reveal names. Okay, we don't reveal the identity of my client unless they explicitly give me the testimonial. But if I do not showcase this publicly on social media, do you know what has happened? It means that all the things that has happened remain in that particular day. Once the day ended, nobody will ever remember what you did. Nobody will ever remember that you're once the award winner or whatsoever. But is it important? Yes. in this world, we are very pragmatic. Nobody has time to go and dig the information, blah, blah, blah. One is you must be at the top of their mind. Okay, when they actually Google, first thing they see, Jaslyn won awards, etc. So never ever let go of opportunities for you to showcase your credibility and your authority. It's very important. All these things, right, as you go, you realize that as it stacks up, it goes a long way. Again, back to the same, your own brand. Be someone consistent enough that they know no matter at what circumstance, you will still respond in a consistent manner. You want your audience to be able to remember who you are, be memorable. It's not how good your content is, it's how memorable you can make someone. I'm sure today, right, the ex-CEO still remember I had seaweed in my teeth. Confirm. This is something that I felt it was not a good start, but it turned out to be the best icebreaker. It's about consistency. You build trust. Memorable, yes. Create memorable memories for them. I want you to pay some attention to the 80-15-5 rule. The rest you all can read. Listen and get to know them. 15-5 rule. The rules of engagement, the rules of conversation, at the start especially. In the first 2 meetings of fact-finding, exploration meeting, right? It's a good reminder for me also. 80%, who should talk? The CXO, right? How about the 5% and that 15%? 15%, be genuinely interested lah. You probe. So for example, if the CXO tell me, hey Jason, recently I'm into cryptocurrency and then this is doing well, etc. Oh, really? Wow, that's amazing. Can you tell me more? Hey Jason, I know, I'm so sorry, I've been postponing your meeting. Our company had to undergo some restructuring and then we brought in a new system. Can I know how is it for you? How is the process going? Be genuinely interested. Don't shut them off. Oh, okay. Can we get started? Can you imagine they talk? Wow, I tell you, one of the biggest mistakes sometimes is, can we start? Tell you GG, end game, really end game. If they make time for you, make even more time for them. Probe. And you realize that for this group of people in particular, sometimes when I allocate, if they are after the first engagement with me, right? Maybe next we have to have maybe 2 hours meeting. I always buffer 3 hours or more, just to make sure that we can cover a lot of things. Probe. And the last 5%, rephrase, paraphrase, rephrase, whatever you call it. In short, 80%, 80-20 rule, they talk, 20% we talk. And when we talk, I've seen FCs, people talk, right? The eyes come like that. Okay. I've seen that happen. Because sometimes, when we are in the same cafe, right? Sometimes I observe FCs, how they react. So don't sit beside me. No, I'm kidding. But be genuinely interested to what? And when out of 3 hours, right? I tell you, most of the time, 2.5 hours is non-work, mostly. And I realized this is a very powerful formula. If it's 2 hour, 3 hour kind of meeting, right? At least 2/3 to 3/4, 80% of the time, it's non-work. And it's the simplest to close case. You don't need to talk about let them talk. And why? Because they're busy. They are lonely. There are certain things that they cannot tell their spouse. Not because of whatever, things, but sometimes it's work. They don't want to bring back that work stress. They don't want to appear vulnerable in front of their spouse. And for me, I think it's easier to relate because they know I've been there, done that. I've been through some of what they are going through, restructuring, be it parenting. You talk about parenting, I can talk. You talk about corporate job, I can talk. You talk about long working hours, okay. You talk about traveling non-stop, I can. A lot of things. Just make sure that you make them feel you're part of them. When that happens, the last 30 minutes, they'll say, hey, Jason, sorry. We talk so much. Sorry, I digress. Can we go back to what we're supposed to talk about? I say, it's okay. Don't worry. As long as you have the time and space, I'm here to listen to you. And if you still have half an hour, I'm not sure how much we can cover, depending on how big, how complex the problem. I say either we set another time or I can rush through, but it'll be very synthesized. And I want to value add you. What do you prefer? I always ask them, what do you prefer? Because you must make them feel respected that, you still listen to them. And they say, it's okay, 30 minutes can. Just go through what you have to go through. Wow, even better. And when that happens, they realize that they took away your precious asset. Remember, time is their most precious asset. They'll feel bad. Hey, Justin, sorry, but I think it's okay. Let's go with this proposal. Close already. Okay. Of course, I said it like it's seamless, like it's a very smooth transaction, but it takes the gravitas to talk to them. It takes for them to trust you to share whatever problems they have on their mind. Okay, I'm sorry, overran. Do you all want to go for your 5 minutes break? No need. Haven't ended. Haven't ended. You all need toilet break. I know we are supposed to end at 4. We have a bit more exciting things behind later. Okay, Jimmy, 3 minutes, okay? Let's be back at 3:40.
OK，so but then 给他们这边的 resident。OK, why the camera don't？难道我是鬼？Yeah。那我是鬼。
怎么在卖 skipping rope right？你在卖 skipping rope 是吗？Hello. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Firstly, can I support you？
哇 ，thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 哦，我看到你 message。
是啊。
对对对，我还没有 reach out。
这样子没事。
OK 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 OK。
就是谁啊？
有。
辛苦嘞。
哦，没有啦，没有啦。没有，我
不
不好意思。
还有嘞，不好意思，那是自己多多学习。
没有。我们要 4 o'clock end 对吗？OK。对 OK 好，可以。帮我一点，我突然发现，哇，shit， 3:30 supposed to have a break at 3 o'clock。不知道，like，因为有时候要讲 case study，因为如果只是讲 what is on the site is very dry。
Yeah, that's true. Case study nice so that they can relate to something.
Yeah。
对。
对，thank you。
没问题。
好，我会。青春我哋 OT。I think I will try 啦。等一下啊，那边后面。
能拿得出拍照。
好。
等一下拍。
你要现在拍也可以，趁他们。
你又不去呆了。
对，我 OK， 还有 Victor 是吗
？Pen 有没有 pen？
等一下，我帮你签。
好，
我们先
拍照先。
呀。
我让哪里拍？
在这边拍了。
啊。
哎，thank you。
好卡，
哎，让美女看，
不用啦，不用，
不用啦，这 so confident。
啊，confident 对，我
哎，就是
confident。
我要你拍照。
哦，好好好好，
是名人，名人。
没有没有没有没有。
来，一先。Good cause。哇，你做书也是啊？
对
在卖吗？
对，我等下跟他们讲一下，可以吗？一下子，OK OK，因为我不想搬回家。That's the only reason。没有，而且卖不到。I think you all cannot buy. It's like out of stock already. Still have 哈？Oh, is it? Kinokuniya sold out. Yeah, that's why I asked the publisher give me a few. Then if you all want buy. They are selling 30. 什么 It's not 哈？Yeah, I checked. Kino is selling 30. Yeah. Oh yes. Which band? Ah, band low ah. Oh. They are from AIA?
用什么是你的
GE, okay.
我的 colleague。
哦，用过这个号码。
Okay, okay. And let me just say a few words.
What is this name？
哦，可能是以前有人用过这个号码，是不是
对。
Yeah, I think
？OK， 好。
confirm 哈，对
对，不用看你反应。
对，哇，
OK 啦，as long as it's you, you will。
当然是我了，是。
Later
为什么是你？哎，你
OK，
你按
sorry
我头位？啊，你是分兵吗？哎，我不是放。
可以，
就算了。中文我真的
可以，可以，可以，好，可以。Oh, I break myself. I own self break. Okay, can. I think most people are back, right? Okay.
So 现在什么？
I think I may overrun a little bit. Those who need to leave at 4, please, at your own convenience, make your way out. Okay, I don't sound like I'm promoting something, but okay, this is a big deals book that I co-authored together with some of the biggest names. Wave Chow, if you all know from Hong Kong AIA, 100% MDRT team. Then we have Benjamin Ang, and Michelle. So this is one of the books that we published, I think 2 years ago. It's sold out in Kinokuniya, but someone told me that it can still be found in Popular. I don't know. So it's actually for $30. If you are interested, you can get a copy. Inside has a lot of formula, very good tips on how to close bigger cases. Yeah.
香港的。
So okay, I'll continue.
哎，这个买手。
Hey, by the way, I do make money through books. Okay, I want to make yeah. I'm not selling for money, but it's because I know it's been sold out. So some of my advisors tell me they cannot find. So I thought, okay, I got from the publisher directly. Then if you all want, can buy. Okay, from transactions to transformations. Ah, see, Eng Piao appear again. Where's our dear Eng Piao? Cannot. Okay. So this was the cost. No, this was the trusted financial planner.
吓到。
He's shocked I got the what maybe. Yeah. So shift from selling to understanding. And why I wanted to put this is because this photo, because in order to be a trusted planner, right, you really got to unearth your client's bigger complex problems. Sometimes you'll say, Justin, I'm looking for an wealth accumulation plan. You know, my budget is 1,000 per month. Trust me, when they have 1,000 per month, 2,000 per month, I tell you, many, many digits in the bank account. So all you have to do, find some time, probe, ask bigger questions. You know, what are you really looking for? Why do you say that you want to put aside 1,000 per month? Is there a purpose to that? I'll often ask, what is there a purpose to that? Oh, I want to make sure I have enough for retirement. Oh, okay, 1,000 per month. So when do you need the money? I think 15 years time when I'm 60. Oh, okay. Then do you know how long the money will last you? I don't know. Then do you know how CPF life will, if they are Singaporeans or PR, Singaporeans, right? Then do you know how CPF life will, how much will they pay you? How much do you need based on your current lifestyle? How much do you think you need when you retire? Ask them questions that they don't feel intimidated, but it should have a bit of eustress. Eustress meaning, you know, it's like taking exam. Wow, 10 question. out of 10 questions, 6, 7, 8, I don't know how to answer. That's when it gets them into that state of, I won't say anxiety, but uncomfortable, uncertainty. And you need to push them a bit, jog them enough to that, awaken them, like don't take things for granted. Do you think really 1,000 per month is enough? Mr. CXO, so let me ask you now, you are spending, I'm sure, 10,000, 12,000 kind of lifestyle. Are you sure after you retire, you can go back to a 3,000 lifestyle and eat cai fan and queue in the food court? And instead of latte, you drink your kopi o, can? So it's not to challenge them, to make you feel that I know more. It's really to jot them a bit. Within a comfortable space and paradigm, I need to make sure that, hey, actually things are not what you think it is. That's my job. Thoughtful, probing questions, demonstrate genuine interest. Ah, that is Ben, my favorite coach. He's my strategic business coach. So back then when we met, right, I think we met before, I think sometime in 2018. And you know, Ben is someone who actually coaches many students across all different insurance companies. I remember when we met, it was in one of the MDRT conference maybe. So in 2019, you know, he's surrounded by so many advisors, right? He reached out to me, hey, Jaslyn, you know, I have 4 advisors. Can you help me? I said, huh? You have 4? I come in, I'll be your 5th. So he said, hey, no, I just need to see an overview. I've talked to different advisors before. I just want to know and have you to review my portfolio and family portfolio for me. So at that point, I was very honored because he's surrounded, he coaches students from different insurance companies. He has access to so many different financial advisors, but he came to me and I asked him why. I think it's because of my branding, social media, and I think we are quite connected. We are similar in nature. Our enneagram type is probably very similar also. That's why our values actually came. So it's really for them to see you out there. I know some of us think that we are very good in what we do. Actually, when you know we are very good, right, it's not good enough because it's remaining between you and your client. You think we are very good advisors. It's always between you and your client. Outside, the world cannot see how good you are until you put yourself out there, until you showcase how you often can actually ask very thought-provoking questions without making people feel angry. So third breakout activity, I think, now we're going to do something interesting. Okay, these are, we're going to show you 3, 4 examples of what some FCs make in terms of mistakes. Hi, I'm a financial consultant. Let's meet and discuss your insurance needs. I have some products that might suit you. Do you think this one can make it? No, why? Product pushing? What assumptions? How does it make the person feel? And how can we say in a way that can value add them? In the interest of time, I'll cut to the chase. 重点, okay? First, I'm a financial consultant, so it's me. Me-centric. Let's meet and discuss your insurance need. Hey, you want to meet people, no time. You want to meet, doesn't mean I want to meet. Again, it makes me feel that you are intrusive. Third, you know what CXOs don't like about us? We always say this word insurance. Always, you know, it's their number one, or they don't like this word one. I don't know why. Somehow they always feel that insurance is very cliche word. Insurance. 4, product. You're no different from any other. I walk to anybody, they could also sell me product. Okay, let me admit this one from ChatGPT. So that is the power of ChatGPT, okay? But it's to help you all, you know, and why I want to use all these examples is to show you that how ChatGPT can help us in our business. Hi, I've been working with business leaders who are rethinking how their wealth is structured, not just for returns, but control and legacy. Happy to share what I'm seeing in the market over coffee or Zoom. No pressure, just insights to value add you. keywords. Working business leaders, it's like 对号入座 in Chinese. Like you make them feel that, yeah, I'm one of them. But then rethinking how wealth is structured. Happy to share. I can share with you, but you have the control whether you want to meet me or not. Lastly, no pressure. Insights that value add you. All these are keywords. Really, really keywords that would maybe trigger their interest to say, hey, this person is different from ordinary agents. Sorry. I think, sorry, Sherry. Why? Cannot. I need to click. To click where? Oh, can already. Example 2, the oversell. I've helped hundreds of clients and know exactly what you need and can fix your portfolio easy. This one, how? What do you think about this?
Yeah,
right. So what? You see, now you put yourself wear the shoes and the hats of a CEO, you know how it feels, you know. So like without you, I cannot wear. No. What impression? Yeah, very, very haughty. And why people want to avoid people at this level, and true, in my own honest opinion, I work with so many CXOs, right? Deep down, they are more humble than the mid-tier managers. Sometimes the mid-tier managers, they think they are so unique, their business. Okay, I roll my eye, but this really, they think that you need their business, But you know the real CXO, right? So many times, hey, Jason, thank you so much. Thank you so much for solving my problem. Hey, thank you for making time. Thank you. No, they really, really say thank you because it's from their heart. And at their level, they do not need to function like that. But it is why they are the CXOs today, not the mid-tier managers. There's a difference. So, in my experience working with senior executive, I found that even well-managed portfolios often miss a few key opportunities, especially on, this one, go and put in your own words. This ChatGPT, they are good, but not perfect. Put it in your own way. Sometimes it's just gaps. Would you be open to have a second opinion review so that you truly a peace of mind? So be it for wealth accumulation or wealth protection, right? Actually, what we are all looking for is a peace of mind. A peace of mind that I know when I retire, I have resources. I know when I am gone, my kids will have no problem. There will be no inheritance issue. When I know I'm going to be sick, I have money in my bank account so that I can actually don't work for some time. At the end of the day, what they're all seeking for is a peace of mind. So I think you have taken a photo. Number 3, let me know if you ever need help with financial stuff. I'm always around, like the ghost. Okay, I'm always around.
I'm guilty of
Okay, not pressurizing, but too generic. I think it's too generic. So why would a person, because they probably receive so many of these messages in their inbox. Everybody is just, let me help you. What specific trigger or hook do you think will make this relevant? Okay. I recently wrote a short piece on how leaders unintentionally. Okay, the thing is, don't need to be so book by book, go and follow whatever short piece. But you know why I'm using this example is to tell you ChatGPT can actually help you to create certain responses that put you in a very favorable light in front of all these clients. Thought it may be relevant, would be happy to send it across. Do you see that every single time? ChatGPT can be very good agents, you know. And they know what to say to make you feel, wow, actually, I don't feel that I'm being pressured. Do you see every time they give you back the control to say, if you want, take it. If not, it's okay. I'm here. I'm happy to share with you when you need help. If you're open. Resume dropper. I've been in the industry 10 over years. I'm so many certs. Let's meet so I can explain how I work. Like the CXO, how is it relevant to me? Your certs doesn't mean anything to me. It's about you. So all the messages is always about the FC centric, right? That's when they will not be picked up. Over the past decade, flip it the other way, I've partnered with top corporate leaders like yourself who have little time for, but big expectations around clarity and control. If you like, I can share with you how some are approaching legacy and liquidity and more flexibility today. Hey, they are very perfect, all this. So work with ChatGPT or AI resources that can help you, put you in a very, very confident position to talk to them. The only ask is, this one go out, you must match the expectation. Don't put these big words out there, then the person, meet the person, why very different from the response, Like, hey, hello. You want the tea? You want coffee? I buy for you. So, social proof. I don't have a lot of time, but I'll just run through. All these are with the consent, explicit consent of these people that I've obtained testimonials. Again, when I say testimonials, many of us, we know how to get testimonials. But do you know many times, right, our testimonial remain in the handphone, in the WhatsApp message, or maybe in that at the instant the person tell me, hey Justin, I like working with you, etc. Learn to leverage on this to put it out so that instead it's between one-to-one experience, it becomes one-to-many experience. So that people who are thinking to work with you or not will be able to imagine to put themselves in the shoes. Okay, how does it feel to be, for example, my client? That is the effect that you want to achieve, nothing else. CEO, I didn't get his consent, but he knows I'm doing this, but I don't want to expose him, but because public listed company. So if you see, right, it show you the keywords, LinkedIn, high level of transparency. And these are keywords that you should take away to let you know how a CXO thinks. High level transparency, holistic approach, open communication, trust, confidence, put building blocks in simple terms, deeply focus on my goal, which is what you all have correctly pointed out. So your job is to list down the CXO's traits and work towards that. Or if today, after this workshop, you think that CXOs is not your niche client, you don't want, or you work with business owner, list them down, mirror it, align the expectations to your behavior. That's when you achieve your success to close that certain particular group of clients. Case studies. I often share case studies with my network, whether people read, right, or not. Actually, I don't have ego one. I mean, you have read, you read, or don't read, then you skip. Sometimes people tell me, hey, Jessie, you share so much. You got so many details, so much info. Then I ever had people, right? I remember, I think third or fourth year, send a LinkedIn message to me, DM me. A gentleman, I think quite a senior leader. Justin, you're sharing too much personal info. Like that. Then I don't know, he was like, I think you shouldn't do that. So you know how I responded? I just replied, thank you for your feedback. That's your opinion. You want to read, you read. You don't want? Correct or not? We are not in the same space, then you don't come into my lane and tell me what I need to do lah. Just likewise, I will not tell you that you shouldn't do this. I think it's not respect. There's no respect. But you know what is the biggest failure for most of us? Is this word ego. I remember that's the last thing I want to cover. Ego is when ego often blinds us. It blinds us in how we want to do our things, because every time if you work with ego inside, you would think about how people feel about you. You think about how people would judge you. But at the same time, ego, right? You know what you are doing. When you have an ego that's driving your actions, right? You really eliminate your growth opportunities. If this is operating from within, you often think about how people see you. Then it's very, very hard for you to grow outside of your comfort zone, because you're always seeking external validation. So be comfortable in your own skin. Be comfortable to show people who you really are. Share your ethos, and that's why my clients, they know. If you go to my Instagram, right, I would post certain things about myself. Yesterday we went out as a team. Then I told them, they say, hey, give me a while. I need to buy shampoo because every morning I do my yoga. So I have to wash my hair in the yoga studio, right? So I have to have the small bottles of shampoo and conditioner. So my teammate was like, we went to the, the Watson shop and all that lah. My team was saying, hey, this one $9.90. Got the shampoo, conditioner, and the shower gel all nicely packed, $9.90. I said, don't want, too expensive. Then I chose the $3.50 one. Then they were laughing at me. Wow, hey, you TOT, TOT, you also want to. So it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about the value. My value of money. It doesn't mean how much I earn, right? I must spend it at a certain lifestyle. So even I eat, right? I don't spend a lot of money on, like big meals, omakase or what. I eat kaya bread. They will also joke, if I eat kaya bread, right, I give to my team, confirm. They eat the kaya bread, confirm close case. Okay, sorry. Don't ask me what brand later. Yeah. But why I'm sharing this is really, you don't need, even though I'm serving CXOs, you don't need to present yourself at such that atas level. Sometimes it's about who you really are. If you're atas, okay lor, I'm not. I'm really not. Finally, social currency. When you want to do referrals, if CXOs, I love to work with them because CXOs, CEOs know CEOs. When they give you referral, right, I can tell you because of the borrowed trust, Eddie refers Kevin almost closing, unless I mess up the process. Really. And that was how I got to know the CEO of BlackRock. That's it. Be consistent beyond excellent customer experience. And I talk about this just now. When Eddie refers Kevin, right, actually there's a lot of risk that Eddie actually undertakes. Because if I'm not good, right, it spoils your reputation. Do you realize you have certain clients who will buy from you but will never refer you? And when that happens, you got to reflect why. Because it's okay for them to manage this relationship. They think maybe Jasmine not as good, so I better not. You know what I mean? If they think you're still not quite there yet, they probably don't dare to risk referring you because it affects it actually damages their reputation. And then he will see, your taste, so lousy, you refer to me. It affects you more than anything. Finally, to win the hearts and minds of the CXOs, really think like them. Go through the exercise. Stay top of mind through your different strategies. Multiply trust. Really, small things actually go a long way. Shift from selling to asking the right questions. Help them, push them a bit by asking deeper questions. And how do you want to do that? Attend FCHFP. I learned a lot from there. Social proof is important. Expound on that. Don't let the positive experiences, the memorable journey of working with you, right, stay between you and your client. It's so wasteful. Other people need to see how good you are so that we can go out as a community to help more people. Because I always feel that if they don't buy from me, honestly, I always think it's their loss. Because if you buy from me, I can assure that you're working with an ethical agent with integrity. If you buy from other people, not saying but I cannot control that. I can only, when you work with me, the risk is eliminated. With that, thank you very much. Wow, okay, on time. The end? Can end?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I overran 4 minutes.
Yeah, some Q&A question for you lah.
Oh, okay. Those who need to go lah. I will let them go. I'm very scared
Now it's Q&A. And anybody want to go first or? Yeah.
Hello, Victor.
Oh, yeah. Come.
So when you say you want to when you post in social medias, right? How frequent you do posting? And when you do case study,
how you do case study, for example, because sometimes due to privacy, you cannot say too much, right? People say, are you trying to use my case and showcase? Will that create something like a misunderstanding? Or how you do that case study? I'm just curious. And how frequent you post? Like every month or every weeks? And how you do that? And do you do it yourself or you have a team?
Okay, wait. You're testing my memory. Wait. Okay, one by one. What's the first question?
No, how frequent you post, example, then when you do case study, what
Okay.
case study you're referring to?
Okay, wait. You hold on. Okay, how often I post? So it depends on for LinkedIn, it used to be every day, but nowadays I'm so overwhelmed. So it becomes like 2-3 days a week.
2-3 days.
Okay, that's one. And I realized the power of social media, right, is when you start posting, it enables me to still stay connected with certain clients. I'm sure all of us have certain clients that you close at the beginning of your career. For me, 8 years ago, 7, I still allow them to be connected. That day, I texted one of my clients. Said, "Hey, Jaslyn, I know this is you just came back from a certain event or meeting. I've been following you. Hey, this client I met 8 years ago. She still follows me." And I say, "I am your silent stalker. I still know what you're doing." I say, "Very good. Continue with that." You see, it allows me to stay connected with them, even though I don't actively sit down. Because can you imagine when I have 700 clients, how can I sit down with everyone? If I sit down every day, right, I take 2 years to go one cycle. It's not possible. It's really not possible. So having that social media outreach allows me to be more effective in the connection part. And it also allows me to know who is my top tier clients. Of course, as agents, as we need to know who is your top tier clients, your A client, B client, and the COIs. Spend more time with them. Not saying the earlier ones are not important, but this is the most efficient way. And you know what? It's free. I never pay for Facebook ads because I think it's not authentic. It's against my value also. My own. Nothing to do with other people, but just my own. Case studies. How do I write in a way that is not offensive? Oh, so I would, for example, if I sat down with Joey, you're a mother of 2, and then you have some problems. I would say, oh, today I met up with one of a regional leader who is a mother of 2, who's earning 200,000. I'll never say your name. Let's call her Miss P. Miss P shared with me these are her concerns, and this is how we work towards to achieve your problem. Period. Context, problem, journey, what was the back and forth discussion, and then the solution. When Miss P reads, it's you. But you also have the comfort level that sometimes human being is like that, like a bit famous, but not, people don't know it's you. That kind of that corporate view kind of thing. But she will not challenge me. I will not get into I will not contravene the compliance rules. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes it's really about, sometimes it's not immediate. If not, she'll know. You don't want her to feel that immediately she's exposed. So you got to time it in a way that it benefits the overall population, not to expose you intentionally.
Oh, sorry, just one more question, because that sometimes we like to connect with the client, but that doesn't mean the client want to connect us, because they need to be our follower in the IG or a follower on Facebook. Then we can stay connect, right? Then how you start by make sure that your client are your follower, or at least your friend or whatever.
Most of them are on LinkedIn. If I connect, you don't want to accept, then so be it. But I'll make sure the day you are connected with me, or you will see me appearing on your wall.
You tell them that I want to connect with you.
Yeah, let's stay connected. Even before the case is closed, I would say, hey, shall we? And it's less, let's say if it's a networking event, somehow we met. Usually I will connect them via LinkedIn. I will not even ask for phone number. To me, phone number is also intrusive. I feel. To me, LinkedIn is the best because I don't need to actively text you. How are you? Hey, we met at the event. Remember? Just not me. It's just. But if I connect with you via LinkedIn, right, you can see my intent is not to close you today. My intent is to make sure you follow me for the next 2 years. Confirm. when you need help, you'll come to me. That is the real intention. It's a long waiting game. But you don't feel that I'm pressuring you. You know, there are occasions where in networking event we exchange number. Then straight away I text Samuel. A bit, you will also feel a bit gao wei, you know. But no need. I just need you to follow me. And I am so sure the way I work, my work ethics, and my habits, right? A lot of them actually became my clients because of my lifestyle. My lifestyle, not the atas lifestyle, but my lifestyle of habits. My discipline in working out. I do yoga every day. We do skipping every day, my sister and I. And we are very hands-on, so-called parents to the kids. We are doing all these events every single time. So how I would say, if I'm the CEO, then I think Jaslyn, so-called, is the person I want to work with. And I'm working towards that. Yeah. Answer your question. You had 4 questions.
Thank you, Jaslyn. There's another question from this gentleman here.
Hi, Jocelyn. So to us, you're like, very high up, TOT, all that. So you keep saying that if I don't mess up. So can you share with us what is the biggest mess up that you have done?
I had also, I wouldn't say failures lah, I would say lessons. To me, every rejection or a not successful meeting means that I've not done something right. So I can share this case study. So I was referred to this CXO, I think in my year 2 or year 3 of my career. And I went in with the wrong approach. I kept talking about insurance. And this Amor guy, Amor, and Amor and some more Western Europe, probably. You know, Europeans are, by the way, who are expats, right? They often have very good social security. They often think that, you know, if you are in Germany, France, the French system, the UK system, they often have very good healthcare benefit. They also have very good, for example, if they are coming to Singapore, they often also have very good company coverage. I went in the wrong approach. I kept talking about wealth protection. That's why I think it didn't pique his interest. And since then, he ghosted me. So to me, I realized that, that was something it didn't go well. Upon reflection, I realized not everybody values their life. Everybody values so-called the word insurance. And sometimes what they truly need is perhaps just talk about investment first. And back then, within my company, I was the top sum assured. I focused a lot on protection and neglected wealth accumulation. And I missed that period of time where I kept talking about protection. And true enough, these people, they are not keen. Please, they are not keen. So you have to give them the space. Okay, never mind. Let's talk about things that excite you first. I make you my client. Over time, I try to see, okay, is there certain gaps? And I do my best to cover you. Even though to me, protection is number one. But some people will never see it this way because all of us have different money beliefs. All of us were brought up differently. All of us were brought up in different cultures, different regions. Because in Singapore, we are so used to the Singapore healthcare system, and Singapore system means if you don't have your personal insurance, really, if you rely on government subsidy, really you're going to stay in the C ward. And C ward doesn't mean it's not good. It means the waiting time is so long. But other people back in their home country, the most, if I have nothing, if I really fall sick, I go back to my home country and seek treatment. So that to me, for CXO, was my biggest mistake. I realized I went in with the wrong angle. But thanks for that question.
All right, one more question from the floor. Okay.
Hi, Jocelyn. Thank you for the presentation and all.
Thank you.
Very helpful. I have this question about your clientele. If most of your clientele, foreigners, for example, because I've come across clients who are like the expats that you're talking about. What are their main concerns? What are the approaches that you're going with them? Because, like you said, the healthcare is not an issue for them. Everybody talks about I can just go home, right? And I fully covered NHS, Japanese,
Mm.
whoever, Indians, right? It's all cheaper back home or all
Right.
accounted for. So, health coverage wise to them is not anything that is top of their mind at all. And when we come to investments, on the other hand, right, it's also something like, oh, I'm invested in the UK, I'm invested in India. India's investment gives me like way much higher returns than what we can get here. So I'm finding a difficulty of getting through to them.
Okay, I think that's a very valid and question that I think most of us will encounter when we talk to expats. Firstly, they don't have a long-term stay in Singapore. Most of them are on contracts. After maybe 3-5 years or even 2-3 years, they leave Singapore. So number one, the horizon to stay on is not there. Therefore, I don't think I need to have any reasons to buy plans in Singapore, for example. And a lot of them are EP holders. So the moment I lose my job, I go back. So I always believe, number one, we try our best. Number two, if they really don't see the need, and I find it it's like I end up, become a very persistent, annoying agent. I will stop there. Because if you don't see a need, how do we bring, it's like in Chinese, they say, 带着那个他不要去喝水, how you make them drink water? Cannot. So they must see the need. They must intrinsically feel that there are certain people, I always believe, will never be our clients. Yet. Doesn't mean they will not. Perhaps one day beside the colleague beside them, suddenly heart attack, they'll be scared, damn scared. But there must be some trigger point. And third thing, investments. I know we heard about a lot of clients, they say, oh, my Indian, especially Indian, wow, my portfolio mutual trust, no, mutual funds in India is 15-20%. So, okay. I said, do you know why people still come to Singapore and buy? Safety. I make them safe first. Oh, Singapore safe, currency, we are stronger. Say, yeah, lor, you said it, oh. You said it. And one of the biggest thing that sometimes we always feel, you must buy or don't buy. Or when I buy from you means I must stop doing what I'm doing. Say, yeah, Mr. Client, if you're from India, great, continue your own investments. I'm not asking you to stop investing in your mutual funds that deliver excellent returns. You continue to do that. But do you know why other clients who are similar to you, who are EP holders, coming from India, they still buy from me? There must be a reason why they do that, right? And I'll share with you why. It's because while you undertake, when you buy stocks and shares and all that, you risk yourself. But if you come to us, for example, ILP plans, you don't want to mention any company, but in short, if you buy from me or us, it's because we are leveraging on your health risk. So for example, if you do, certain people this group of people still buy from me. Why? Because they know the day they fall sick, they will never have to pay again. Is that something you can do? And do you think you can continue to do that when you fall sick and without an income? What actually generates your ability to continue to do investment using your mutual funds is your ability to generate the income through your salary today. Am I right? You use part of your salary to do your investments. I'm not stopping you to do that. I'm not taking away that part. But why certain people, some leaders like yourself, still do it with me? Because they know they can never guarantee their health. Guarantee their health means one day, the day they fall sick, that's my promise and commitment to my clients. The day you fall sick, touch wood, CI, that's when your premiums are all waived. Can your investments do that? They can deliver better returns, I'm sure, if you think so. But we must factor in the currency depreciation, the stability, the government change. Why do ultra high net worth keep coming to Singapore to open family office? Hey, they are damn rich. Do you think they'll take millions of dollars just to come here, play, and take risks? No. There's a reason why they do it in Singapore. And if I can help you take away the risk of your health through premium waiver, in short, if you buy 10 pay, for example, second year, touch wood, kena CI, you go back to your home country. Can you imagine the rest of the 8 years, the company continue to pay for you? Is that something that you think you can do it on your own? On your own hospital bed, still see the returns? Cannot. It's not possible. That's why my clients will continue to do it with me, because we're diversifying the risk. A lot of risk is at play, Mr. Prospect.
All right, some question from the Zoom side. Okay, so just one important question for someone who hasn't built an online brand and prefer to keep their personal life private, especially where family is concerned.